I read something really beautiful and happened to be on Facebook, which is surprising. Sometimes you get these really nice messages. Thomas Edison was clearing up all the things that his mother had, after his mother had passed. Now, when he was a young boy, he recalled that there was a letter sent from the principal, and his mother opened it with tears in her eyes. And when he asked what the principal said, she said that, the teachers are not qualified enough to teach you, and so you need to be homeschooled. So, after his mother passed, he opened this piece of paper and he saw a note saying that your son is mentally retarded and is not fit enough for our schools. It's best you pull him out. I mean, just think, if his mother had not believed in him, her child she knew was different. She knew he was different. If she had just said, okay, he's mentally retarded, and she had put him in a corner and not given him a word of encouragement and not taught him anything, can you imagine what this world would have lost? Hundreds and hundreds of patents and inventions. That man was a genius. He just did not think like normal people. He did not think like normal people. Sometimes, we try to put our children into little boxes. We put ourselves into little boxes. That this is what I can do. I'm a housewife. This is how I should dress. This is what I should eat. This is where I should go. This is how I should, portray myself. And we never encourage the mentally retarded side of us.
Sorry. That's another way to put it.
We have this beautiful side that is so connected to our source that we can do so many things with. But we want to fit into a little role. We want to be monkeys. We want to all be monkeys. Now, in school, they want 50 monkeys coming out of each class, right? So they teach the same thing to everybody. But every child learns everything differently. And if you recognize that your child has a passion, even if that passion is not something that's, going to give him a steady job or whatever, you need to nourish that. You need to nourish that. Because the whole world is very, very quick to denounce everybody, that you're not good enough. I mean, Indian kids can only become engineers, doctors and lawyers. There are no other options. If you told your Indian parents that you were going to do something else, they would commit harikari if they knew what to do, if they knew what that was. I don't know if it's an Asian thing or an Indian thing, but money is everything. If you're an engineer, they'll tell their kids, you become a lawyer, you learn $200,000, doctor, permanent job, security, all this.
That's so interesting coming out of India, of all places.
Oh, Indian parents, they'll start very early to get them into that mold. You do the spelling bee, you do the science bee, you do the geography bee, you do the, whatever bee you can do, you do. Right? And then you do this fabulous project in 11th grade. Where they'll catch hold of somebody and give them 5,000 rupees or $5,000 and say, oh, she sold shoes. In India, poor people without shoes. They'll do everything for their kid. Push them. Have to get into Ivy League. They've not even thought whether this is what the child wants to do. It's really sad. I feel like I'm a loser as a parent because I never question my kids. I never ask them, do you want to be an engineer, doctor, or a lawyer? I just let them go wherever they wanted to go. And if one day Karunya wants to drop it all and start food blogging and teaching nutrition and cooking classes, that's fine too. After all, look at what I'm doing. And see, when I discovered that I needed to jump out of that box and tap into my mentally retarded side, I love it. I love it. But I'm really lucky because I have a husband who encourages me and my children who encourage me. Nobody else in my family gives me the same encouragement. They still tell me, you become a substitute teacher, at least you learn $30 a day. $30 a day, in a week's time, it'll be $200. It'll be some help to the family. You're sitting and eating off of your husband's salary for so many years. What are you writing? What are you teaching? Meditation? What meditation? What is this all for? Nobody's giving you any money. What money are you making? Nobody understands what I do and why I do it and how beautiful I feel. I just enjoy this part of me. I'm so glad that I'm doing what's non-conventional. I'm so glad I've written books. When I sit at the computer and the story starts unraveling, you're in another world, you're in a world of dreams and it feels so right. I mean, we all have that something that we absolutely love doing. And some of us are fortunate that we've been allowed and encouraged and fostered and nourished, that our career path has taken us into the job that we love to do. But most of us are not so fortunate. My father made me learn economics, even though I barely passed. I did so badly. It was the complete wrong choice for me. When I did the test for careers, here when you come to BCC, they'll give you a test and you put in all whatever, the big questionnaire. So all the lawyer, doctor, engineer, computer science, research, all was on that side. This was minister, psychotherapist, social worker, nun, all these was on this side, the ones that was for me. So, it's whether you do a psychological test or you just tap into your natural source. It's what comes naturally to you that feels good. And when you pass your day doing something you truly enjoy, then it's all abundance all the way, right? After all, in a day, we're not sitting and counting our cash, right? You're not sitting and saying money, 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 money all day. You're spending your day doing so many other pleasurable things, taking joy out of so many things. So, I encourage you. And if today's message is really about giving yourself that room for that MR, I won't say it again, to stand out, to come out and play. Could be anything. It could be anything. It's never too late. You may be doing it already. Many of you may have discovered what it is that you love to do. Others may be thinking, what is she talking about? Who has the time for this nonsense? I am so exhausted by the time I come home from work. And she's telling me to find my real self and let it come out and play. Who has the time for this luxury? But you know what? If you don't find that, you've missed out on your true purpose. Because your true purpose is to find that passion and to encourage it and nourish it in yourself and in everybody else around you. And that's what makes for a happy household. Even if you have a job that's very taxing and that's very demanding and very exhausting. If you come home and do the things you love, you play your tennis, or you play the harp, or you do a little bodybuilding, or you write a book, whatever it is that you do, or you sing, even for 15 or 20 minutes, your mood is lifted already. And you're good company for others. And let's not take life too seriously. Let's not take life too seriously. We're not all here making inventions. We're not all here to donate $50 million. We're not all here for anything. We're here to just discover that true purpose. So you're going to allow that side of you to come out and play.